Hi, boys. Today we're talking about Kanye West Graduation. Now, Graduation is not my favorite Kanye album. My favorite Kanye album is Donda, but Graduation is probably in my top 3 or 4. And why is it not higher on my list? It's mainly because 808s is really good and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is probably my second favorite Kanye record. Kanye also has Life of Pablo and Kids See Ghost, which are pretty high, but are they higher than Graduation for me? I'm not exactly sure. But Graduation is one of my favorite Kanye projects, and we're going to talk about it today and, just talk about what songs I like, what songs I don't like, and how I feel overall about this project. First of all, I'm going to upgrade my car. I've been working on working on this car. We'll get the brakes up and we'll get the handling up or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, bro, we're gonna do the one way. We're gonna be doing Soviet wave. We'll do the Soviet wave map. Fuck it. This will be an interesting map. I actually never played this one, but starting off with the Kanye album Graduation, we got to talk about the fucking album art, which is beautiful. It's made by Murakami, which now he does NFTs, which is not as cool, but back in the day, bro, Murakami, he made some crazy shit. And you know how we got a Murakami Kanye West album art, and then we got it again also with Kids See Ghost. But for this album, I just think the whole thing was really cool because Kanye was a huge fan of Murakami's work, and really we just got this fucking beautiful, iconic album art because this is one of the, I would say, Graduation's album art is one of the defining album arts of hip hop. Period. Like this is probably one of the album arts that define hip hop, and I think that's fair to say. When this album came out, I remember when this came out, bro. You couldn't go nowhere. You could not go nowhere without hearing people singing "Stronger." You couldn't go nowhere. "Stronger" was everywhere. It was on every radio station for weeks on end, bro. Graduation was a cultural moment. It was not just an album. It was a cultural moment in time. And how Graduation ties in so perfectly with College Dropout and the late registration. And then we have Graduation, which I truly believe Graduation is really interesting because in the College Dropout and late registration, we have kind of your classic type hip hop styles introduced. Obviously, Kanye very influenced by people like Jay Z and your Biggies at the time, who were dominating shit in the early 2000s and 90s. Kanye took a lot of the influences from that and really applied it into those first two albums with his own style as well. Obviously, he produced most of the songs on those projects, so he did he got some help here and there, but for the most part, it's all Kanye produced. So that's always really cool. But yeah, bro, Graduation. We're starting off with Good Morning. With Graduation, Kanye really he tried to make anthems. You can really hear it in a lot of these songs that are on this project. They're really like these big pop rap anthems of the 2000s, and they still have prevalence today, and it's still Kanye's most popular regarded album. And when it came out, it was actually hated because people sang Stronger so much that it really made like the older generation of people who listen to rap music hate this album because it used so much auto tune, and people felt it was kind of like different, and people didn't really fuck with it. But people didn't really fuck with autotune in general in the 2000s. But again, people did come to enjoy this album and realize that this is definitely one of the defining hip hop albums of the 2000s. Starting off with Good Morning, we got the music video. This is probably one of the better Kanye West music videos of all time. Is the Good Morning music video, and it's one of my favorite Kanye songs as well. But nah, bro, Good Morning is definitely one of the better songs on the project, as well as just one of Kanye's best songs anyway. Second song is Champion. Now, I'm gonna be real, bro. Champion is not my favorite song on the record. It's a good song. It's harmless, but it's definitely not a top tier song on this record. I do like it though still. But it's not crazy, bro. It's not like next tier level shit or anything like that. It's just kind of your average Kanye West song, which is good, but I don't know, bro. It's not like it doesn't really fit the album because the album is trying to be a lot of things at the same time, and I feel like you can see that in this album. But regardless, this album is still a classic. Next, we got Stronger. Stronger is like the most popular Kanye West song. Is that right? Is that right to say that? I'm pretty sure it's the most. most listened to Kanye song of all time, and probably rightfully so. It's just a really catchy song, has catchy hooks, and it's really one of them defining songs of the 2000s that is really easy to look back on, play kind of late in the night, I guess you could say, and just have a good time with it. Next song is I Wonder, which actually isn't that popular of a song on the album, but it has recently gotten a little bit more popular because of TikTok, and this was always one of the better songs on the project. I really liked it. It's kind of like your laid back, dreamy type song, and it's still got kind of like a little bit of an anthem type hook into it. So I've always fucked with this song. I think it's cool. It's getting more recognition with TikTok, and I Wonder is definitely one of the better songs on this project. And then really Kanye he just pops the fuck off. He pops the fuck off with Good Life, and that's really another one of those songs that you could not get off the fucking radio. Good Life is everywhere. It was always on the radio. Another song that was on the radio, Can't Tell Me Nothing, always on the fucking radio. These are two banging anthem songs from the Graduation album that are classic Kanye West songs, and really these songs are going to be here forever. After Can't Tell Me Nothing, we have Barry Bonds and Drunken Hot Girls, which I'm going to be real, and this is a hot take. A lot of people like these songs, but I don't fuck with either of these songs. Barry Bonds is a very popular song in the Kanye West community on Twitter. And I'll probably get outed for saying this, but I don't like the song. I don't know what it is. It's just kind of like a bland song, I feel. It's not like a banging Kanye West song or anything like that. And for Lil Wayne being on this song, when Lil Wayne was in his prime, I would say, dropping the craziest shit, bro. This song is kind of a dud. I'm gonna be real, and I might be an outsider for saying that, but this song is a dud on the project. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a terrible song or anything, but it's just really underwhelming compared to a lot of the other stuff on the album. And it's still a listenable song. It's not a bad song by any means, but I'm just saying, bro, it is not a popping song. It is not one of the banging songs off the album. It's just kind of like your average Kanye song, which is okay, but I wish we would have got a little bit more from this one. And then Drunken Hot Girls for Graduation. Can I just say it's a bad song? I want to say this one's a bad song. It's just kind of average again. It's not really anything too crazy. It's kind of like your average Kanye song. Nothing too out there, but it's all right. But luckily, Kanye West he makes up for this with the best song of all time, or at least one of them, one of the best Kanye songs of all time, "Flashing Lights." This song, the hook is beautiful, the song is beautiful, the instrumental is beautiful. "Flashing Lights" is one of them songs that I think will go down as one of Kanye's classics for possibly ever, and it's probably one of the best songs on Graduation, if not the best song on Graduation. It's probably the best. But then again, Good Morning is pretty good too. Which song are we putting at the top, boys? Are we putting Good Morning at the top or are we putting Flashing Lights at the top? They're both really good songs. After Flashing Lights, there's no more misses on the whole project, which is a good thing. We got Everything I Am, which is a really cool Kanye song. Very classic feel of like old Kanye. But I mean, this is old Kanye in a sense because Graduation's such an old album, but it was kind of like that turning point. Graduation really was like a mix of the old and a mix of what was coming. So that's why Graduation is a fucking classic album because it really does mix so much of Kanye's styles in this one project that is kind of crazy. And that's probably why it's still, to this day, Kanye's most popular album. But yeah, bro, Everything I Am, The Glory, Homecoming, all banging songs to kind of bring you back to that old sense of old Kanye. Really, really put you back in the late registration. And yeah, man, I love these three songs. But the last two songs are very special because they're a lot slower. They're a lot more kind of just tribute songs, and they're really beautiful songs. And quite frankly, I think they're underrated Kanye songs because these two songs are beautiful and they're not really talked about too much, even on like Kanye Twitter. So it's kind of interesting. Songs like Big Brother, which is really just this big tribute fucking song to old hip hop legends like Jay Z. This song is definitely one of those more laid back, beautiful songs on the record. And songs like Good Night, which I've always loved the fact how the album starts with Good Morning and Good Night. That's always been one of the coolest things about Graduation. But Good Night is again another tribute song, really kind of a tribute to his grandparents, but also just in general people we've lost along the way that we haven't been able to like say we love you or say goodbye to properly, and it's really a beautiful song, and it's a good closer for the album. Overall, Raider Night, Kanye West. This is me reviewing Graduation, probably one of Kanye's best albums. Definitely a top 3 or 4. I might do my beautiful dark twisted fantasy because that's my second favorite Kanye album. But tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and peace.